Welcome. Hey y'all, welcome back to Shelly's Homestead Hideaway. Thank you for joining me for this very impromptu live. Hey Donzel. Okay, no worries. Thank you so much. Enjoy the replay later on. I don't know how long this is going to last. I happen to come outside after looking out the window, and I'm like, wait, why is my plant wilted over? So I decided I just need to come on out here and take care of some things. And I am still in my Sunday dress. Don't judge me. Because things is looking a little chaotic out here in my garden. Things is looking chaotic, and I've got a lot to do. So I'm just going to knock this out real quick and take you guys along on the journey. Okay? Okay. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing, I need to put some straw down. I think I need to also do some support um, in certain areas. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a few supplies, put them on the wagon. Thank you, Donzel. I'm going to put them on the wagon, and I'm just going to take you guys along with me as I take care of some things like watering, which is crazy because what did my live say before the rain? Let me go on to take y'all over here with me real quick. We've been having rain, but I also say that I live in I'm going to call a microclimate because my husband and I were just in the next city over getting gas, and it has started pouring down raining. We get home, it's dry. There was rain. Was it rain the day before? I don't know. We're going to check the water meter. Hello, Michael Prater. We're going to check the water meter. You guys can see how much water I've actually gotten in my yard. This is the first year that I'm having a water meter. So we're going to see what's what. But things is looking thirsty out here, including this green stalk. Things are looking real dry. So I'm going to do some, it did what I thought it was going to do. OMG. So y'all, let me show you real quick. This, even though it's all wilted over, this is a borage. It has broken. The leaves had turned almost white. And I realized that, oh my goodness, they need some from fertilization. So this particular green stalk, where I had started it out with some Pro Mix, it clearly needed some nutrition. And so, to my surprise, but maybe not so much a surprise, the borage plant has actually greened up since I fertilized it. So I know that that is exactly what the issue was. This borage plant is going to probably come out of here. But if you can see this, you can see everything's just kind of wilted over. So we're going to water that later, okay? In the meantime, and in between time, I'm just getting the wagon right here ready to go down to the big garden. Hey, Farmer Chaz, welcome back. Welcome back, friend. Well, the reason why I have to hurry up and do this is because I actually have to go out of town, and we might be leaving like in a matter of hours. So I just came out here to take care of what I need to take care of. Let me take you guys down. I'm gonna put you on the wagon. hope that's gonna work. There we go. Hi, Grantana, and boom. So you guys come on along with me. We're gonna take care of a few tasks. Y'all can't see me that way. Take y'all along with me. Hopefully it don't fall over. This was just the easiest way to knock it out. I'm still waiting on some support trellises that I ordered. Show you guys real quick right here. This tomato is literally turning into a tree. It needs some serious support. It's got lots of tomatoes on it. And for that, I want to thank my girl, Farmer Chaz, who was here visiting recently. And we talked about tickling the buds. And when I tell you this thing has exploded with, I know she's probably laughing right now. It has exploded with tomatoes since you were here and we did all that tickling. I can't even count all the tomatoes that are on here. Oh my goodness. And I'm gonna try to keep it alive. Is it spinning for anyone? Are you guys good? Are you able to see me? Is it spinning? Let me know. I've got a good signal going. Chaz, do you see all the tomatoes on here? I meant to bring a towel or some folded paper towels with me. So I'm bringing you guys down here with me. I did something the other day. I'll show pictures of that later on. Thank you, Sonia. I mean, it's a lot of tomatoes. So you do? Okay. So when Chaz told me about that, I was like, girl, but I kept doing it. And it's a lot of tomatoes on that plant right now. So there must be some truth to it. So what I'm going to do, this cucumber plant, everything is just looking like, and look over there. That's my ground cherry. I've already lost one bin with the ground cherries in it completely. So I'm going to water actually that's the first thing I'm going to work on is the ground cherry over there because I need to put some straw, not hay. I'm going to cover the bed with some straw. So let me do that first because it's hot and sticky. I got a little bit of straw left in here and then I have a whole brand new one. So I decided that I wanted to put the straw down before I watered it and it clumped up so that I can get in here good. I'm just going to pour this in here because there's only a little bit left in this bag. And I will come back and look at the chat in a minute. And like I said, I don't have a whole lot of time. I was supposed to drop a video the other night and I was having problems with it. So the plan is to get that dropped today. I always got to pull the weeds. Y'all know that. And I'm also going to drop some seed in here because I lost some plants. So let me adjust Sonia, yes, definitely try tickling. And I also did some more research about that. To me, speaks to the whole tickling method. But I'm gonna share that on another video. I'm not even gonna get into it because Chaz is gonna crack up. I started to text it to her, but I didn't. All right, let me get this straw out of here. All right, I think I'm gonna open it from this end. Okay, you guys can see me. All right, so once I am done with putting the straw out here and the few things that I plan to do, I will go ahead and water at that point because this straw needs to be wet down. Let me also say thank you to my moderators who I know, if you're on, you're handling business. I appreciate it. I had to go buy a whole nother bag, but the one bag of straw went a really long way in the garden. So that's why I only bought one to start. I said, let me at least see where it's going to take me before I bought another one. And I think what I'll do is, once I put this straw down, I'm going to go ahead and water this one, because then by the time I'm done with the other tasks, we'll see if the plant is looking any better or not. Usually, at least by the next day, it has perked back up, but I may not be here in the morning. Well, I know I won't be here in the morning to come out here and look, whether I leave tonight or early. So let me just say thank you on the front side for everybody who's watching live. Those that watch on the replay, you are, I'm going to say y'all the real MVP to come on and watch the replay. Really appreciate that. All right, so that's that. I'm going to put some straw on this computer. Not computer. Cucumber. I'm going to put some in this one as well. Really, son, you want to come out now? So again, I am putting the straw down while everything is wilted over so I can see better. And as soon as I finish this, I'm going to come look at the chat. I've got to make sure as I'm putting this straw down that I am lifting the leaves up. And even though I'm going out of town, it's just a short trip. If we leave tonight, I'll be back tomorrow. If I leave tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow. Just gotta go take care of some business. And I have actually harvested some cucumbers in the last couple days. my personal opinion, cucumber plants, you don't have to be super gentle with them. They gonna kick back. All right, I think that's enough. Oh, Chaz. Okay, so wait a minute. So let me scroll up. Sonia, you gonna try the tickling thing once this rain allows me to? Okay. Yeah, I should have brought paper towel out here. Hello, Nancy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If it's your first time here on Shelly's Homestead Hideaway, thank you for joining me. Would love to have you as a subscriber. So go ahead. One, for everybody, pollinate that like button while you're in here. Two, hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. I'm definitely going to have to go get some paper towel. I am loving the apron, Chaz, and I hope you and I can't think of the other lady's name that won. I feel like her name was Gloria. I hope you guys are enjoying your apron as well. Inane Rubber Ducky, thank you so much. Have a great day also. And okay, I think that's it for now. All right. So if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna leave y'all to look at the garden, okay, while I go get a paper towel. I feel like it's probably growing a foot a day. All right, got my face wiped off. We're gonna keep it moving. I see the bees in here. My husband has also, AKA the hired help, informed me that there's a beehive in the ground. So hopefully I don't have no issues with that. Thank you, Farmer Chaz, for moderating. Appreciate you, girl. Appreciate you. All right, so I'm gonna move on down. No, I'm going back and forth. I'm sorry, y'all, because I don't want to have to circle back. Right now, this bed right here, I'm gonna plant some seed. I'm gonna take these gloves off because it's just easier for me to do this without gloves on. All right, so right here, I have a volcano red pepper. It's slowly progressing. This was supposed to be a lemon drop, and actually it's still there, I think. It's trying to survive, but I don't know what's gonna happen with it. So I'm going to go ahead I put seeds in my pocket. So I got lemon drop seeds here from Miss Yancey's network. I've got some Thor's Thunderbolt because that plant did not survive either. I bought these from Etsy, and I think that might be all the seeds that I have in here because I was trying to make this a quick trip. So I'm going to, the Thor's Thunderbolt was right here. We currently don't have a plant, and this was the lemon drop. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some more seed down. Okay. This is lime. I don't need this, but I have some worm castings in that other bucket. Move that out the way. I have a little bit of worm castings left in here from wow, wow, wow. Y'all are not gonna believe this, and I'm so glad we have it on camera. Let me put this down. And this little thing should be in here. Because I don't think y'all can't see it from that angle. I have not been in this worm castings bucket in quite a while. So let me bring it over here. All right, these, back y'all up a little bit. This was a bucket. I see you, Chad. This was a bucket that I had put worm castings in from my worm compost bin, which I did not have active last year, and I have not activated it this year, but I had so many worm castings that they've lasted, and I would keep them, I would put them in this bucket when I harvested, right? So y'all just saw me go over there and take the lid off, and I had not looked in this bucket in a long time. Y'all ready? If you're ready to see what's in this bucket, put a 3 in the chat. Put a 3 in the chat if you want to see what's in this bucket. Hey, Chanel. Thank you so much, Chanel. It was an impromptu. If you want to see what's in the bucket, put a 3 in the chat. I see 1 3. Can I get 3 3s? Because I got 12 people watching. All right, I see 2 3s. Who else is that? Christy, thank you. That's my art, thank you. Okay, so that's enough because we're not going to make this hard. I opened this up and voila. What, what do we have here? The worm castings are like, they are dry, dry, dry. But there's a plant in here, y'all. What kind of plant do you think this is? It looks like a tomato plant. And the sun wants to come up and be great. Y'all, I got a volunteer plant out of my compost bin that I have not looked in forever. And it's not in bad shape, but it was probably, if I hadn't looked in here soon, it was going to die because it's all dry in here now. It was moist. Plants are truly amazing. Chaz, no, there are no worms in here. There are no worms in here. So let me see. Somehow or another, some leaves got in here. Let me see. I need, actually I can use this one right here. I think it's a tomato too. I really do. Trying to find the end of it and find the roots. All right, here we go. Y'all see them roots? And I definitely agree that it is some type of tomato. Hey, Bernadette. Hello, Pups and Roses. Yeah, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to go ahead and plant this somewhere. You know what? Maybe I should plant it right here on the end of where this is another cucumber plant. And, well, there's an eggplant there. It's going to get pretty big. You don't quite understand worm bins. I'm going to explain a little bit in just a moment for you. That's my art. So, oh, you know what? So I have a bin right there that I don't have anything in just yet. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I see another volunteer plant. Can y'all see what I see? Let me. Oh no! Oh no! Are y'all still there? I literally dropped y'all in the worm compost bin. All right, so let me put y'all back right here. Now, I just was pointing to y'all that I was going to plant. Thank you, Bernadette. We don't mind. You don't have to be a content creator to be here. And I appreciate it. You're a gardener also. Okay, so that bin right there that I was pointing to, I'm going to go plant this tomato plant in there. But I just noticed, do you see that growth coming up right there? That is coming up through the landscape. Let me see if I can zoom y'all in. See how this is that's a ground cherry plant that is wilting over. That's the one I just put the straw down on. Now, right there, right there. Do y'all see that? Let me zoom y'all in some more. That there is another ground cherry plant coming up. Yes, I dropped you. That's my art. I'm so sorry. I am in zone 7B. I am in Maryland, Pups and Roses. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys out. I'm going to put you about right there because I'm going to walk over there. All right. Go ahead and walk over here. And right here, this is a ground cherry plant that is coming up. Now, I did have ground cherries planted here last year. Now, the question is, what am I going to do with that one? All right, first and foremost, I'm going to get this weed up. There are ants all over down here, you guys. All right. Here's the ground cherry plant. Now, I just pulled up. There's a few roots still on there. Ground cherry. All right. Ants or whatever are definitely eating up the leaves. I'm going to replant this. And we're going to see what happens. I'll show y'all in a minute. Let's take care of this. I feel like y'all need a better view. So this bed right here is actually still very moist in here. I'm going to plant this all the way down to here. Okay? We're just going to put the whole thing in the soil. I'm going to drop that off. And I'm going to put this in the middle. Because I probably won't put anything else on the side corners. Okay? Y'all see that? So all of this I'm going to plant. Trying to make sure I'm okay because I got on my dress. Be careful. Now, I'm going to put some straw on that one. And then that planter over there with some ground cherries, they have died back. I don't know what happened to them. I think the stress of we had some extreme heat days. And I was trying to save this one. And I don't think it's going to make it. I really don't. I tried to save it. So I'm going to pull this one up and I'm going to plant this new one. this place. All right, so I've pulled up the plant. I'm gonna take, there are a couple ground cherries on here. I'm gonna take one of them off in particular because it's already papered over. I'm gonna take it off and show it to you guys. Now I'm gonna plant this back in here. All right, and like that, that is done. Let me see what's in the comments. All right, this sun has decided to come back out, y'all. We turn y'all this way. Trying to get a little bit out of the sun so I can talk to y'all. There we go. All right. All right, y'all. Now let me look at the chat. Chanel, coming back to your question about the worm compost bin. My zone is Maryland 7B. Oh, Pups and Roses, you have the same apron. That is awesome. I gave away 2 of these aprons on our Garden Girls chat live a couple weeks ago. It says same apron plus 2 others with different designs. It's my favorite gardening apron. Yeah, I really like this because a lot of times I end up coming out here to do stuff really quick before changing into, you know, like my garden overall. So this is really helpful. You never bought straw. Pups and Rose says she never bought straw for mulch. I practice chop and drop method so it produces its own mulch. That is great, Pups and Roses, and I would absolutely love to eventually start having enough stuff where I can chop and drop and even make my own fertilizers. Thank you, Chanel, about the dress. We went to church and lingered around, and then my hubby and I went to a, let me get y'all right here so I can stop stooping. Then I went to, we went to brunch, basically, and it's not a big storm coming, Jeff, but it's supposed to rain. But as I was saying early on, I'm calling the area that we live in a microclimate because it can be raining literally, you know, not 5 minutes away from my house and then it'll be dry here. My hydration is in the house, Chaz. Thank you for asking. What kind of raised beds are those? Let me see. Love. When you're asking me what kind of raised beds, are you asking me about the black containers or the silver raised beds? Let me know. Hello, Gloria. Wait, okay, I think it was Gloria. Gloria, you won the apron, correct? Did you get your apron? Have you used your apron? I know Chaz got hers because I saw her using it. Okay, great. So let me explain. Thank you so much, Pups and Roses. Let me just explain really quick. Man, that sun is really trying to mess with me. Okay, the silver ones. Yes. Okay. So the silver raised beds, these are Amazon finds. The two right here are 6 foot by 3 foot. They're galvanized steel raised beds. And then the three that I have further down here, those are 8 foot by 4 foot beds. Okay, Gloria. So it was somebody else that won the apron. So let me show y'all. This is the ground cherry that I took off of there. And yeah, these are definitely by far, y'all, because these are growing back, my theory is because these are growing back from seeds that were still in the soil from last season, these ground cherries are much bigger than the ones when I planted them the first year. Look how big that is. I feel like something is biting me. Bernadette, I would probably say yes. You know, there is grass that grows, but it comes with the territory. So last year I did not use straw in my my beds, because the year before I used it, and I definitely got a lot of mushrooms because it really helps with the moisture. So since it was going to be really hot, I decided, you know what, everything going to get straw, and I'll just deal with the mushrooms and the grasses. I can deal with that. Do you have problems with grass and got weeds? Yes, yes. I think, you know, we have to take what we can get for the greater good in the end. That's my art. My granddaughter loves these too, but she's going to be excited this year when she comes over and they're this big, because they were like not even half this size last year. Chanel, are you still here? I don't want to hold. I think that was Chanel that asked about the, no, that's my art. You were asking about the worm bin, right? Hey, the Nichols 13, Kizzy, Unique. Hey, howdy. Y'all hit the like button on your way in. I appreciate it. Love 3411. Thank you. Please do watch some of my videos. I can use them watch hours, okay? Go on and hit a playlist and let that playlist play out. And then hit another playlist. Don't think we've ever ground cherries. Right, I've never seen ground cherries this big. And this is my 3rd year with ground cherries. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Gloria. Okay, so y'all, let me tell y'all something. And I have not made a video about this as of yet. But since you're on here, Gloria, there's no time like the present to tell you that you are the winner of that giveaway. You are the winner of the giveaway. Now, some of you all might be saying, what giveaway? What giveaway? And so before I explain further, Gloria, if you would like an apron, then that will be your gift. I will ship you an apron. Just send me your address. You are the only person who participated in that surprise giveaway. Okay, wait a minute. Y'all, the sun is really playing with me. Let me put my glasses back on. And it's still hard. All right. Let's do this. Okay. So everybody, yes, put some congratulations in the chat for Miss Gloria Roper. So the giveaway. In the last video, was it the last video I posted? There was a video about the garden tea party that I went to. And in that particular video, I had a surprise giveaway. I had a surprise giveaway in that particular video. If you watched it through its entirety, you would have seen the hint. The hint was in the video. It was a word, and you just had to email me that word. and I was going to do a drawing out of everybody who participated. But Miss Gloria was the only person who participated. But I know she's not the only one who saw it. Some just chose not to participate in it, and that's perfectly fine. So Miss Gloria, just send me another email with your address, and I will get that shipped directly to you. Let me know which color you would want also. Think they are reference. This one that I'm wearing is blue. There was green, and I feel like it was pink. If Farmer Chaz is on here, can you look, I don't know, can you look that apron up if you had the link for it and just confirm the colors for me? Blue, green, and pink, I believe, were the colors. Yes, Bernadette, I agree with you. They taste like sweet tomato. And I don't think this is ripe enough yet to eat. Hey, Bliss, Janice. What's up, my girl? All right, y'all, I want to show y'all this. And this is the reason why, ground cherries, they're like the plant that keep giving. Pink, okay. I don't know that pink is truly pink, Miss Gloria. I'm gonna send you the colors, and then you can make the final decision on it. Let me show y'all what this looks like if you've never had a ground cherry, and see if we can. I got my hoary knife here. All right, so I'm just gonna cut this. Okay, yeah, this is not ripe yet. All right, so I have cut this. Now, do you guys see? You see all those little seeds in there? That's how the seeds for a ground cherry are super small. So what happens is, if you leave one of these ground cherries on the ground, in your pot or whatever, it is going to germinate the next season. Now, fortunately, for the number of seeds that are in one cherry, I didn't get that many volunteers. I can see that one I pulled up has already wilted over, but we're going to pray that it comes back. And so they keep growing year after year after year. You still waiting on Cece to send you some ground cherries? Oh, okay. You haven't received an email back. Okay, Cece's been traveling a lot. I'm growing. But Gloria, come on our live tonight. Hopefully I'm going to be there if I'm not on the road, 8 to 10 p.m. Join our live tonight, and make sure you remind Cece that she owe you some seeds. You're growing the pineapple ground cherries. So Chanel, the funny thing is, I grew pineapple last year too. I couldn't keep track of which one was which. Oh, okay, in Seattle. They remind me, so yes, they remind you of tomatillos because of the paper covering, but the texture of the fruit inside is different. Yes, Garden Girls is tonight, Farmer Chaz. And did you, Jan, you pulled up some volunteers today? Yeah, some of them can be aggressive. All right, so now let me circle back to the worm composting. While I do I need to plant some stuff. So while I talk about the worm composting, let me grab this and take you guys with me over here, where I'm going to plant the tomatoes. Make sure you guys can see me okay. Trying to make sure y'all got a good view of what I am doing here. And I think y'all do. So I have 2 tomato plants here, okay? If I'm not mistaken, Yes. So the ground, I mean, not the ground cherry, the tomato plants that I'm planting right now, I received these at the garden tea party from Miss Yancey at the Yancey Network. And you can see they're growing nicely. They were much smaller. One of them actually did not survive, but the other one did. And then some of these went to Farmer Chas. So Chas, how your tomatoes looking? Because this one is looking good. This one is a honey, I don't know if it's called a honeybee tomato, and then this is aroma tomato. So I'm just gonna plant them right here in this bed. I am gonna put my gloves on for this. And I have some on this side right here. I have some other tomato plant volunteers. Looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. 5, 6. I've got 6. No, if you guys couldn't see me. I've got 6 tomato plants right here in a row growing. And these are, look, and it's already starting to bloom. This tomato plant here is yellow pear tomato. Yellow pear tomato. Okay? So I am literally just going to dig an area because I'm trying to get out of this heat. I got some other business work I need to take care of. This is pretty dry right here, actually. So I'm gonna dig a hole. And then this one right here, I'm gonna put right here. Aroma, compliments of Miss Yancey's network. And it's okay if these are a little deeper than the base of the soil because they are tomato plants, right? And we all know that tomato plants will root along the stem. So I'm just going to take this out of here like this. This is the, and drop it on in here. Let me get my label. I'm going to stick that in there. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Actually, with this one, I think I'm going to plant it a little deeper. Pull those leaves off. Look at the roots on this. So Miss Yancey, if you see this, this is one of your babies that you gifted at the garden party. So I'm going to plop her in here. And again, this is the Roma tomato. Yeah, you guys can see me. All right. So with that, that's one of the main things I came out here to do. Let me take you guys with me, and I'll look at the chat while I get the water hose. Put y'all back in the shade so I can see. All right, let's see. Yeah, the beds are huge. Yours is still tiny, Chaz? Oh, no worries, Gloria, no worries. Oh, wait, it's quite a few. Okay, hold on. Garden Girls tonight, yes. Garden Girls is from 8 to 10 p.m. tonight. Janice pulled a few volunteers. Oh, ground cherries. Okay. I gave 4 away, and I was at an event yesterday, a self-care event, and her ground cherries are doing really well. Pink lemonade, blueberry bush. So it's just doing okay. The pink lemonade, blueberry, it's alive, but it really not putting out any blueberries. Y'all hear the wind chime? I got some a new wind chime too as a retirement gift. Okay, that's good, Chaz. They tiny but still alive. Yellow pear tomato will need a trellis. Listen, that's my art. The yellow pear, I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it, because the yellow pear, I have not replanted yellow pear tomatoes since the very first year I planted them, because it's another one. It comes back every year. Yellow pear tomato is an indeterminate tomato, so it just grows all over. So one of my 8 foot by 4 foot beds, a yellow pear tomato can take over almost that whole bed if I don't prune it. Shelly, I have to go and pick my daughter from. Yes, that was fine, Gloria. I did make a post. Maybe you didn't see it. You can definitely go and post some pictures on my community page. A yard in a box. Basically, yes, I think, Jeff, I think I understand what you're saying. The nickels, yes, the yellow pear is definitely invasive, but you know what? I just take it because I just give them away. You got a whole out of control food forest over there, Chaz? Because it's been raining a lot. Wow, lucky you, farmer. That's my dream. Do you post videos? Pups and Roses. If you're asking Farmer Chaz if she posts videos, yes. She has an amazing channel under her name, Farmer Chaz. So definitely check her out. She's got great content. Hey, Rashida Monique. Yes, I'm live. Yes, I'm live. Oh, okay, yeah. So now, if you guys can see behind me this trellis that's here. Okay, Chaz, if you guys can see this trellis. Now, Chaz, when you was here, do you remember what it looked like? It was literally only a little bit. Look at the trellis now. It is it is growing up so fast. Chaz, are you saying you to me or you saying yo? Okay. So this loofah, so Cece gets on here and watches this. This was a challenge by Cece. I told her I'm going to try to grow. I shouldn't say try. I told her that I would grow at least one loofah plant, and that is what this is. Even Chas, when she was here, she couldn't believe that it was one plant. And when Chas was here, it was not even this big. And I feel like it's growing by feet every day. Challenge, aka trap. You right. You right about that. So let me put my glasses on because I keep skipping around. That's my art. Worm composting. In the very, very simple explanation of worm composting. So I have a worm compost bin that's back on the other side of the yard. In the worm compost bin, it is started out with, I started it out with cocoa coir, some eggshells and whatnot. Let the soil sit for a little bit before adding the worms. I ordered the worms, which are red wiggler worms, and you put them into the soil, okay? Let them get acclimated, and then you can start feeding them. What do you feed worms? You feed them all your vegetable scraps, okay? All your vegetable scraps, fruit scraps, you know. You could put, they love watermelon, but all of those vegetable scraps that you tend to just throw away, you put them in the worm compost bin, okay? The worms are going to eat that fruit and vegetable scraps, okay? And just like humans, once they eat that stuff, they have to eliminate it. The worm elimination is what is called worm casting. It's what we pay a lot of money for, right? If you go to the store and you want worm castings to fertilize your garden, you got to pay a lot of money for it. So you can do it yourself. And so when those worms eat all the veggie scraps and stuff, they poop worm castings. And then what happens is the worm castings, because it'll be at the top when you first start feeding them. And there's some other little technical things that you have to be mindful of, but I'm giving you a simple explanation. And so as the worms consume the scraps and things, it continues to have them gravitate towards the top of the soil so that they can eat the stuff. And so the worm castings are down below, and I'm able to harvest my worm castings at the bottom of my worm casting bin, okay? And I use those worm castings in the garden when I'm planting. I don't know how, I don't live on an acre. I don't even live on a half an acre. My house is on probably a quarter of an acre, if that. Not that big. Chaz will say something otherwise. She's been here to visit my house, but I don't consider my yard to be a big yard. In her terms, it's medium. It's a schmedium. All right, so one of the things that I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead. I hope that helps you. That's my art. I think that's who asked about the worm composting. I'm going to get the hose out because I want to start watering these things that I just... Great, great comment, Jeff. Jeff says worm composting equals free nitrogen, worm casting that you know exactly what the worms are eating. Exactly. Wow, you are able to do so much. Yes, I can get quite a bit done. Now, shout out to Vigo, okay? Maybe one day I'll have a Vigo code, but I do have the Vigo retractable hoses. I have two of them. I have one out front and I have this one here for the main garden. And I do love it. So, let me see. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling this hose out so that I can water some things. And then I'm gonna go up to the top patio part. Because I don't know how far, well, I gotta go pretty far because I gotta water those tomatoes in. So I like to just go ahead and pull out all the hose that I think I'm gonna need. This is, I believe it's a 130-foot hose. I have two of them. I have another water hose up on that side of the garden, but this hose is able to reach most of what I need if I start here first. Oh, okay, that's my art. Okay, Chaz, Thursday. Got you. Because I got to drop the Janice's video that I was having a problem with. I'm so upset. I wanted to post that on Friday when she posted our collab video. So stay tuned to a video of me making pesto. All right. So let me turn you guys this way. And I'm going to actually, oh, I need to do something with these QQ mountains. All right, I'm coming this way with the hose. hopefully tomorrow this will be back up. It'll perk back up. But again, I won't be here. I'll be in Raleigh tomorrow. So this is why I have to take care of this stuff now. So I guess once I come in from here, I will, of course, get a shower. We've got watermelons, y'all, growing. Watering in the tomato plant really good. And I'm going to put some straw on this. Chaz, if you're on, can I get a time check? Where am I at? How long have I been on here? Because I don't even know what time I started this. All right, so I think that has enough water. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hose, I'm going to sit it in the middle of the other bed with the ground cherry that I put straw on. Actually, I need to wet all that straw up. So let me do that. And that'll give me reason to talk about, yeah. So for anybody who doesn't know, this particular, it's called seeding straw with tackifier, okay? Seeding straw with tackifier. The tackifier is something that they add to the straw so that it sticks together. So that it's not blowing all over the place. So I'm wetting the straw down really good before I try to do a deep watering. All right, so I'm gonna let that run in that bed. Let me see what y'all got to say. So for those of you who are paying attention in the chat, Chaz was talking about dropping the video. Chaz was here, I feel like it's been 2 weeks ago now, for a garden tea party that we all went to. And she toured my garden and did a video. So she's going to drop that video hopefully Thursday. And I will try to reciprocate my video that goes along with it around the same time. All right, let's see. That's my art. What did you do a video on? On worm composting? Yeah, the Vigo or Vego garden hose is really nice to have. Okay, 1 acre equals a football field without the touchdowns. Oh, I didn't realize that. Half an acre equals half that, and a quarter equals a quarter. Okay. I like that. Thank you so much, Jeff. I don't think anybody's ever broken down acreage to me in that term before, those terms. All right, let me see. Yeah, it's a really great visual. You're gathering basil ingredients for pesto now. Oh, okay, great, Bernadette. Yeah, I did pesto the other day. My glove, they're in the wagon. I had them on a little bit ago, Rashida. Uh-oh. Making my in-ground garden worm compost. So that's my art. That's what I was contemplating doing. And I just haven't jumped on it yet. But I was seriously considering starting it this year. In-ground worm composting, that is. Because I haven't restarted my other worm compost. Yeah, pups and roses. I'ma let you have them chicks and ducks, okay? I'ma let you have them. I, financially, I think having chicks would be amazing. I just don't think I would be able to take care of them. So I'm not even going to think about that. But one of our other garden colleagues, Jacqueline from Four Seasons Gardens, she has chickens. You're here for the people. All right, so the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do with you guys, I can't tell what y'all can see right now. Should be right here. I'm going to go ahead and drop some lemon drop seed. I'm going to put one right over here. I'm going to leave the soil, not the soil, the straw back a little bit. And I'm going to drop two. Quite a few in here. Maybe I'll drop more than two. Put one there, two there. And then I'm actually going to come right here and plant two more because I'm hoping that I can gift some to Miss Yancy, who I actually ordered these from. I think she sold all of her lemon drop seeds and then hers did not come up. So I told her I would drop some seeds for her. So that's that. Lemon drop. So back to Rashida's comment about the gloves. I do like to wear gloves in the garden. However, I don't have to always have gloves on. See something coming up here, but I think that's a weed. We're gonna Volcano. Okay, the Thor's Thunderbolt should be here. I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple seeds of Thor's Thunderbolt right here and see if we can get some growth. I'm gonna just drop 2 or 3 seeds in here. And we'll see if those will come up as well. So I actually still have quite a bit of space that I could be planting out. All right, we'll go ahead and add some water here. So again, I thank you guys for joining me this Sunday, especially considering we have a live this evening. And I'm hoping that I don't have to cancel being on. All right. Now, I should have known it was going to do that. I use this little funnel thing to help with filling up my self-irrigated planter. And hopefully you guys can see this because I can't tell. And all I do is let it run and fill the bottom until it is running out. And I think it's already running out. We add some water here. Let me turn the camera around, see if I can see what you guys are seeing. Oh, okay, hold on. That's my art. I see what you're saying about the not understanding how to get the worm castings out. Yeah, if you're doing flat worm castings, typically what they do a tray system where you stack 2 or 3 trays, and then that way you feed in one tray, let the worms compost, then you add another tray on top of that once it's kind of full, and then as you begin to feed that new tray, all the worms are going to go up to the new tray, and then you can harvest the castings from the tray or 2 or 3 below that. Do some YouTube searches on worm castings because there are a lot of techniques for it, depending upon the system that you're using. All right. Let's see what else is here. I'm having a hard time seeing. Oh, Jeff, I am not a professional at all. Not a professional at all. But I do love what I do. And I take it seriously enough because I want what I do to succeed. Oh, thank you, Pups and Roses. Is that an easy straw in the bag? Is that the, yeah, I guess that's what you call it. This one, Sonia, is called Pennington seeding straw, but it's probably the same thing. I had to take my glasses off to try to read this chat. Oh, thank you so much. All right, so we're gonna keep moving. I'm gonna go ahead and put straw in the self-irrigated planter where I put the tomato plant while I let this other bin fill up. All right, I'm coming back. Coming back, y'all. Bring the straw over here. And it's pretty compacted, which is why it lasts so long. The straw is very compacted. I had to come back over here to the cucumber plant. Ouch. Them pricks got me. Let that sit in there and grab my gloves. Did Chaz give me a time check? It is so hard to see with that sun. Oh, 75 minutes. Okay. I see. Bring you guys back. And I don't know if you guys can tell. Can you see that plant is already starting to perk up some? All right, let me go finish putting straw out. Because I got to get up to the garden up on that end, which is basically the green stalks, because all of them look dry. All right, so that's that. Now, remember what I said. I hope you guys can see me. I feel like it's a little off. There we go. I just put the straw where I planted the tomato. Move this out the way. I don't want the whole thing to get wet. And I'm gonna go ahead and water this one down so that the straw stops flying and blowing. So it'll be very interesting to see what type of tomato plant we have growing here. I'm going to also go ahead and, because all of these, I usually water all of the self-irrigated planters at the same time. So I'm going to just go ahead and fill all of these up. So the self-irrigated planters are essentially like bottom watering your seedlings. It holds water at the bottom of the container, and then the soil wicks it up. But when it's really, really hot and that sun is drying out the top of the soil as fast as it's also drinking up the soil at the bottom, I go ahead and top water as well. All right, so that seems like it is running out. So now I'm going to just add some water to the top of this. This bed has a eggplant growing in it, which is doing nicely, and cucumber. This cucumber plant needs straw too, but it might not happen. I don't think I feel like getting in there. That was grown up so nicely. And then I have some sage here that the cucumber plants are latching onto and pulling them over. So I have to keep freeing them. Let me give this some water. And we're going to give this cucumber plant some water here. I harvested about 3 cucumbers off of this yesterday. So again, I'm top watering, but I'm also going to use the funnel and fill the container. I'm sure you guys can probably hear that water too. And that's noise canceling that's working really, really good. All right. That one's done. All right. I'm going to, did I do this one? I don't know if I filled this one up or not. I did. And did. All right. So I need to add water to, wow, this, let me see. I hope you guys can see just how quick that ground cherry plant has perked up. Can y'all see it right there? Those leaves have perked up really quick. So that let me know it really, really needed some water. It's amazing how fast time goes because I be feeling like I just watered them. And this has gotten so big, it's covering the area where my water input is. Let me find that really quick. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and add some water in here. All right, believe it or not, that one the water is already running out. All right, now it's time to go water those tomato plants that I put down. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me to do that. All right, let's look at the chat. Sonia, I believe that is considered, it's probably the same as easy straw. All right, so let me take you guys with me. I don't want to damage my little tomato plant, so let me get this hose. All right, all right, all right. Here we go. Take y'all with me. We'll put y'all in front. Okay. This little, can y'all see the button? It's a type of squash here. Candy something. This is grown like crazy as well. It's called the North Georgia Candy Roaster squash. And it looks like I got vine borers already. I think that's what I'm seeing signs of down there. Yeah, I'm pretty certain. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. I was rinsing. I think I got vine borers down here. And for the sake of not losing this, I might have to let some of this root further along. All right, here we go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and water these tomato plants in really good. I hope you guys can see me. And I'm also gonna go ahead and put some hay around these. It's times like this, I wish I had some music, you know, some non-copyright music I could play while we're doing this live like this. I'm gonna need Farmer Chaz to come on back down to Maryland after she has some time and help me because I got so much stuff to do. And I feel like these beds all should have been planted out by now, but they're not. So if you guys have any more questions about my garden, how I garden, drop it in the chat. You know, this is just chill time. I appreciate y'all being with me. As long as it's about the garden, there's no question that's off the table. I don't have any secrets when it comes to gardening because I still consider myself a beginning gardener, believe it or not. Bye, Jeff. Thanks for joining. Yes, finish your schoolwork, Jeff. You're welcome. If you come back and watch the end of this. Roshida says, hello, chat. Rashida, for those of you new to my channel, Rashida is one of my co-hosts of the Garden Girls Chat and Chew. She is actually the main host of the show. And that is happening this evening from 8 to 10 p.m. Danielle, hello. All right, so what's next? What's next? I got to put some straw on there, on those tomato plants. Hopefully you guys can see me. I have the straw here now. I'm going to go ahead and put some straw over a portion of this bed, so these tomato plants can survive. And some other day, I'm going to eventually pull these yellow pear tomatoes up. And I have to figure out what else I'm going to plant in this bed. I do have a okra plant that's coming up on the far side. It's a different variety. It's I think it's the Motherland variety that I planted over there. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that grows. I have some, I think, Crimson Spineless and Emerald also growing in other locations of the garden. I should probably have a mask on because I am still getting over, I'm going to say it's a mild case of bronchitis. It is the reason why I have been coughing so much lately. But I finally went to the doctor and got some medication. Alright, so this is all I'm going to do right now. This much. So that I can figure out what I'm going to plant next to it. So again, I'm going to water this in. And then we'll get ready to go up to the big bed. To the patio area. If you are just joining and you have not, or you've been on and you haven't hit that like button, go ahead and pollinate that like button for me. I appreciate it. If you are not a subscriber and you enjoy what you've seen thus far, please feel free to subscribe, turn the notifications on so that you know when I go live. I do hope to go live way more now that I am retired, even though I am still working. My goal would be to go live one day during the week. I just got to figure out which day that's going to be. So stay tuned for a schedule from me. Alright, so just watering these in really good. Concentrating around the base of these tomato plants. The sun has come all the way back up, so I don't think we're going to get any rain. And this is unfortunately what happens in my little microclimate. It's truly a microclimate. I'm going to go ahead and give these volunteer tomato plants down here some water too. I'm going to come back and check the chat. I also had corn in this bed. A lot of it did not survive. Let's see what I got here. I'm going to go hydrate. Thank you so much. Is that Sonia? I'm definitely going to go hydrate. Wait, who said? Uh-oh. The way you can to have been a vine borer is by looking at the plants, the very base, if there are any punctured looking main stem. Right, exactly. I knew exactly what I was looking for. That's why I was like, I know that that's what it is. It's vine borer, Jeff. I'm out here struggling with this sprinkler and timer. I know that's right. I have got to get my irrigation set. And I have a timer, but I haven't set up the irrigation yet. Sonia, again, I'm thanking you. I am going to go in and drink. I was drinking before I came out here, actually. I have buried my stem and the squash plant didn't pass away. That's my art. Right, exactly. I find with the squash, they're pretty resilient in my opinion, that if you can get it to root somewhere else along the stem, then it'll hang on in there. There are times when I thought the squash plant was done and I was going to end up having to pull it up, and I never pulled it up. Jeff, so I agree with you about the squash vine borer. I know it's going to come every year. I don't care. I still plant. I still get production from it. I just feel like it comes with the territory, and I'm not going to not plant in my bed to avoid it. I just deal with it. So thank you for sharing that information. I did plant some squash in some containers this year, just in case the big beds didn't allow it to produce well. So I have definitely moved things around from season to season, but I don't not plant because of it. All right, that's that. Let's see, who's still here? Um, I got all this borage growing. Let me take you guys this way. I got all this borage growing. And pepper plants are growing and doing their thing. And they are sneaking peppers in, y'all, because I be out here checking and I didn't think there were any peppers. And I'm seeing a lot of peppers. A lot of peppers coming up. This bed right here. Oh my goodness, look how nicely this plant is doing over here. I'm going to bring it up close. I have not planted it yet because I don't know where I want to plant it. But I did put it in a new location. So if Farmer Chaz is still on, she's going to probably remember clearly what this plant looked like. It was not in this bed. It was actually in the bed. It was sitting over there where I planted the tomatoes. One of the plants survived and the other one did not. I cannot see this screen, y'all. Let me see. The sun won't let me be great. All right. That's my art said. You've burned your stem and the squash plant didn't pass away. It still produced. Yeah, squash are really resilient. Sadly, once you see one board, okay, I have read that one already. Pull it, okay, and split the bad stem and inspect it. Most of the time, you will see the actual bug, kill it, and throw away the plant. Okay. Okay. So is Chaz still here? Chaz, if you're here, let me know. I want to show y'all this plant. I'm gonna bring it over here. And this mullein is out here just doing what it does. And I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot of mullein. All of this mullein is well past harvest time. I'm just gonna be cutting it down. If you guys can't see it, here's my mullein plant. Look at that. That is a mullein plant that was gifted to me last season from Jacqueline at Four Seasons Garden. And then I have another one over, let me see, can I point it out? Where is it at? Right there. Right there. Right along that post. Y'all might not, you can see it. It's almost as tall as that fence post over there. Now, I suspect what's going to happen is next year, I'm going to have a whole lot of volunteer mullein coming up. Because I didn't, so, look at this thing, the roots. So, I had two plants over there where I planted the tomatoes. One was a yellow Toro pepper. This is it. It did not survive. But it's a lot of roots here, though. I don't know if that's from the weed. Let me see. Yeah, that those roots are from the weed. So this yellow Toro pepper did not make it. However, this little baby right here, Chaz, if you remember, it was literally just a couple leaves. And now look at it. It has all these new leaves growing on it, and it's filling out at the top. And this is the Carolina Reaper. All right, so I'm going to be planting this somewhere. But what I did was I moved it over here under shade and protection of the mullein plant. And this is what happened. It said, oh, she loves us. We're going to come back. We're going to come back just for her. See, Carolina Reaper. Isn't she pretty? So I'm going to leave her over here because she's protected. She's shaded by the mullein plant. And then I'm going to decide where to add her. Look at this purslane coming up. Hey, G Mama. G Mama Grows. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Isn't that how you be greeting us? I love it. So right here, yeah. First of all, I'm going to pull this weed right here out of that pepper plant. This pepper plant that I have over here, right here, this plant right here, I got to see what it is. I think my name tags are too far in there. But I have another one, another plant right here. And all of this, I keep hearing about, oh, look at that doggone beetle or whatever that's in there. This is purslane. They say this is edible. It is medicinal. I don't know how to use it yet, so I have not started to try to use it medicinally. So I just pull these weeds up. Okay, I see a pepper has fallen. Got some grass here. This right here is a yellow de Toro pepper, and that is a red pepper, long red pepper over there. I was out here, it seemed like yesterday, and I wasn't seeing any peppers. But now when I look at these, this is actually full of peppers down here. And this red pepper long, this is full of peppers as well. So I'm super excited about that. My squash, I harvested a really big one. And the other hot pepper that I have over there, I should harvest a kohlrabi. Let me look over here. Push this up here. I just make my cucumbers vine the way I want them to vine. My hands are full. Let me toss that over there. Okay, I see a little cucumber over there. I do not see any of these jelly melon cucumbers coming up yet. All right, where we at? We're at 108 minutes. So we're gonna start wrapping this up. Take you guys with me. Let's see if I can get y'all to stand up right there. I'm gonna go put the straw in the wagon. So before we go, this is one of the things I needed to deal with. This is the loofah plant. It has stretched over here and caught onto the light. We don't want it growing up the light. So I am unwinding its tendril and loosening it from the light. Y'all, when I tell you I got ants everywhere, ants everywhere. All right, so look at this. Hopefully you guys can see this. Let me turn the camera a little bit and bring y'all a little closer. This is the loofah plant. Okay, so it is growing wildly. Okay, so what I have been doing is I take the vines off and I throw them back over the trellis to keep them growing up over the trellis instead of everywhere else. All right, let me see if I can get this to go and stay. Oh, do I see some buds now? Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. Now, if I had time, I would go get a ladder and then make it go through the loops. But right now, I just let them do what they need to do. I'm rerouting all of these back up the tree. I mean, up the trellis. This is amazing. I actually see some buds up there. I don't know if that's for more leaves or if any loofahs are about to start coming out. I don't think they are though. Anywho, CC, there's my loofah. Hey, David, welcome. I'm just out here trying to take care of a few things. All right, let me grab my water hose and take y'all with me, because it's time to finish up out here. And now the sun is a little overcast, which is nice. Got bugs crawling on me, y'all. All right. So I'm bringing my hose up. I don't need to bring it all the way up. And now what I need to do is pull this. With these Vigo hoses, you do not want to just let them willy-nilly pull in. It is very strong. So I always stand here and I hold it and I guide it out. Let me get on this side of it. And you will see at the very end of this hose, because once you pull it to release it, it does not stop. At the very end of the hose, there's this big ball stopper. So this is why you don't want to let it go and come back, because it will come flinging back. And they actually have a warning on here, do not let go. So it's stopped right now because I was holding it. I'm just gonna go ahead and let it finish right there. And then it also turns each direction. My husband, the hired help, he actually mounted this on can't see. He mounted it on a fence post, and it is staked into the ground. It's a metal thing that you put the post in, and then you can drive that into the ground. Hey, Analytic Gardener. You've been listening from the bushes. I appreciate it. So one thing I'm going to do, this little stopper thing, this is too wide. I'm going to add some water to this worm casting. Because it was dry. It was very dry, y'all. I went to grab the wagon. I'm going to use the pan and mix the worm casting up in here. I can't believe I've been out here all this time. I didn't think I would be out here this long in this dress. I would have went ahead and changed my clothes. But thank God for wash and wear. just made this a little moist. It's not super damp. And I can use it the next time I come out here to plant. I'm going to go ahead and add this to the wagon. And we're going to call it a wrap down here, this end of the garden. I don't want this hay to fall over. Just in case it does, just in case this hay falls while I'm trying to haul it back up the hill, I'm just putting the other bag over top of it as best I can. Not really that great. Let me see if I can do something with this. I thought my new trellises were going to be delivered today. I kind of want to push these over. All right, so I came prepared. I have this wire. This wire that I use to help with trellising. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut a piece of this off. I got my little shears in here. I'm gonna cut a few pieces. I got 3 pieces here. And I'm just gonna pull this tomato plant up some and tack it to the trellises already here. Even though this trellis is probably more for decoration. Let's see, can I get it? Can I get it? This is one of the heavier limbs. So I'm just twisting it ever so gently, not putting too much pressure. And then this branch right here, looking to see where it's coming from. I need to come out here and prune. And I think I need a longer piece. Trying to get it in an area where it won't do too much damage. I'm just going to twist it. Grab my snips and cut. Now these pieces are pretty long lasting, so I make sure I save them from year to year, even at the various lengths that they're cut. So that's helping there. I've got this long branch down here. I'm just gonna let that be. Oops. I just broke a sucker. It's right in the middle. I'm gonna just go ahead and take this off. And I'm going to put this in some water. just grows so wild. So many tomatoes are growing. All right. We are at hour and 20. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off because I appreciate you guys' time out here. I was just about to say, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of pruning on this tomato um, plant, but I may just let that wait until Wednesday or Tuesday. So thank you guys for joining me today. Sorry I didn't get back up to the green stalks. I'm so grateful that the sun is going down. I am going to water them before I leave, and then hopefully I'll see some of you, if not all of you, on the Garden Girls Chat and Chew tonight at 8 p.m. Thank you, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening and an amazing week on purpose. Yes, Danielle. It's always longer than you plan, especially if you're live, because I end up talking and being out here much longer than I planned it. You're very welcome, Sonia. I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye-bye.